I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the windows down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't
So how much do these companies be paying you guys to lie? Because of this Canvas Beauty Body Glaze Drunken Peach don't smell like shit, but a little hint of plastic. The best thing it did was make my hands shiny. But please do not waste your $25 on this because it's definitely overhyped. I will not be buying more. So how much do these companies be paying you guys to lie?
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea? All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Y'all know what it is. Unfortunately, here for hot tea is seemingly always in some shit. Not because I be doing anything. It's because, in my opinion, people just don't like the way I talk, my cadence, my tone, etc. Baby, they ain't liking it, and I don't really give a fuck. Cal says Stormi didn't send him after me. He here because he wanna be. In my opinion, it's because she's not smart and or witty enough to deal with somebody like me. Like, come on, let's be real. Mississippi bumpkin. And that's no shade to all the Mississippians because I love y'all, right? I might have to deal with one of my Mississippi friends as soon as I'm done making this video. She might try to beat me up for that comment. But we're here because we got to talk about Cal. Cal is persistent and he's in my comment section. And girl, he letting me know, look, girl, I don't like what you said, so you better correct it or I'm going to sue you. Now, I'm going to be making a few corrections, but I'm still coming to stand on business, Cal. And I will make a few corrections if I'm wrong because I know that ugly-ass, gizzard-nose-ass hoe wants to win in a battle with me because she's never won a battle with a pretty woman in her life. Now, y'all can pause and read this shit if y'all want to, but I just want to get to the nooks and crannies of it all. And shout out to one of my subscribers. You guys get my sense of humors. One of you all said I sound like the boy from South Park, and that's what I'm going for by saying Cal. But Cal got up in my comment section and left this long ass dissertation, which I'm not going to be reading, but I am going to get to the nooks and crannies like I said. And he says, you here for hot tea because he got a personal beef with me. And that's jokes, right? Because Cal want to sue the shit out of me because Canvas Beauty owner is ugly as fuck and she wants her first battle with a beautiful woman. He says, you here for hot tea said in one of your previous videos, among many other things, she's just literally just purchasing what somebody had already developed to get these shits for $2 and sell them for $25 is literally fraudulent. And I'm guessing I should have said she's just, in my opinion, purchasing $2 body glazes and selling them for $25 in my opinion. Because I guess saying literally and fraudulently will give them grounds to sue, even though they are intentionally misinterpreting my point, in my opinion. So Cal said that none of the products are private label or white label. Okay, Cal, you cleared that up and I cleared that up, but everything still remains the same. People have an issue about the inconsistencies of the Canvas Beauty Body Glaze product. That is my opinion because why? I've tried the product. And like you said, we are allowed to have that opinion. Now, you seemingly think that us coming up with these accusations are baseless. And of course, Cal, you would think that because you don't know that hoe. But I feel like if a person's character and integrity is always into question, whether they're a business owner or not, we're going to question everything about them. So that is where the questions came along, in my opinion. And I think people have the right to have those questions because, in my opinion, this is my opinion, right, Cal? Stormi has an untrustworthy track record. Now, I don't know if Canvas Beauty has an untrustworthy track record, right? But some people could make that conclusion considering all of the lawsuits that you guys are under or have been under. Allegedly. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to read the entire dissertation, but I'm actually going to go ahead and read it because I just got an email from Cal and literally he's basically saying he want an extent of olive branch along with threatening to sue the shit out of me, y'all. Now, granted, he did say it's not a threat. He basically saying if I keep it up, he gonna sue the shit out of me. I'm literally being funny, but that's basically how I interpret the email. And with that being said, Cal, look, if you ain't like my last video, you ain't gonna like the beginning of this video, but you're gonna have to understand now, I got your email after I started making this video, so I ain't going back. And what I said so far is not slanderous, so we should be good, right? Email me, Cal, let me know. So Cal is basically saying that Canvas Beauty isn't white label or private label. And because I said literally and fraudulently, they have grounds to sue. So I'm just going to go ahead and retract that. But Cal got up into my comment section and he says, "Hey, here for hot tea. First and foremost, thank you for sharing my message and thank you for your kind words about liking me and my professionalism. There's a lot to unpack, so let me try to touch on the main points. 1. Stormi didn't send me. I'm here commenting on YouTube on my own volition. She has never asked me to. It took me a year to speak up, but when one of my customer service reps called me the other day and started crying after reading one of many hate mails that came to our inbox, enough is enough." And I'm laughing because the hate mail don't have nothing to do with me. I think that shit is comical because everybody get hate mail. She's a reality star on a Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is a show on OWN network. On top of that, she took to her social media to call out an entire fan base of people. That could have came from anywhere. So I already don't like how that even started. To me, in my opinion, is disingenuous to in one breath attack an entire group of people and then in the next breath make an attempt to attach the bloggers to the reason why you're receiving hate mail. That shit is literally laughable. And do I care about the customer service rep? I care about the customer service rep just as much as Stormi cares about the customer service rep. And also, Cal, while we at it, this is a time to be accountable or teach your partner to be accountable. On my platform, as many things that I say, I understand that I might shake a few feathers or make people mad. So I want y'all to know I receive hate mail too, but I don't try to cry and lie and make it seem like I don't know where it's coming from. A lot of people like my comments. A lot of people don't like my comments. If you were receiving hate mail, it's not due to me making a video. If you are receiving hate mail, in my opinion, it has everything to do with Stormi being a celebrity figure or being a public figure, being on a reality show, and then also continuing to attack an entire group of fans on her personal social media page. Like, let's be all the way transparent if we're going to be having these type of conversations. So he says that my customer service rep called me the other day and started crying after reading one of many hate mails that came to our inbox. Enough is enough. He then says it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I have a responsibility to my team and my company, and I appreciate you to allow me to have a dialogue with you. He also says, I personally do not want to bring litigation against anyone ever. Lawsuits are often a lose-lose game. I'm not threatening in the slightest, but we have resources and we have time. We have resources and we have time as well. But like I said, I'm going to retract me saying literally and fraudulently. I'm going to retract that entire statement because you said that that's what you have an issue with. I'm also going to retract that because in my opinion, Stormi and this man is making it a point to try to attach us to their brand, having all of these hardships and comments, hate mail, etc. When I, in my videos, have listed what the issues are, start to finish. I've also in those videos stated why private label is only coming up because of Stormi, etc., etc. But this, in my opinion, me using literally and fraudulently was something that they could stick to so they can try to make this storyline stick. That's just my opinion. They wanted to hold on to anything. Out of everything that I said in that video, they continue to try to stretch the limit as far as trying to say we're tearing down a Black-owned business without actually addressing any of the accusations that we had prior to. A lot of the accusations have come about after the fact. In my opinion, it's the same blueprint. Remember when all of the Mellometers exposed Stormi for knowing Slarion? And then she took to the reunion to say that she was mad at Mel for not checking fans, for insinuating that she was the one recording Mel. She used that to basically say that was what her issue is, to basically cover up what the real actual issue is. This, in my opinion, is the same thing. In an attempt to cover up what the actual issue is amongst all of the fans, they are basically going to hold on to the fact that we are questioning, or we were questioning, if the business was private label or white label, which Cal clarified that the business is not private or white label. But again, this is something that they want to hold on to in an attempt to try to prove that, or associate the fan base with her business having the reviews, etc., that it has now. This is just my opinion. And I don't know, y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we've made it very clear what the issue is, but they intentionally are holding on to this private label, white label business, which he clarified their business is not private or white label. He then says, I can confidently say I'm a very nice person and I like to live a stress-free life, but please recognize I myself have a legal and fiduciary duty to defend Canvas against slander. I cannot empathize that enough. So basically, like I said, the slander that he is saying is me saying she literally bought this shit for $2 to sell it for $25. That's literally fraudulent, which I'm retracting. And I am going to go ahead and retract that so they don't have anything to stand on as far as suing me, because I'm sure a lot of you feel the same, if not more annoyed. He says, I would not be fulfilling my duties as leadership of Canvas if knowingly allowed slander and libel to spread without at least attempting to have an open dialogue. You, in speaking to all here, absolutely can talk about Canvas. You can have negative criticism. You can, of course, and always choose to not support what we do. That is your decision, and I actually respect that. But what I can't tolerate is definitive lies in the company that are damaging to the business. You, here for Hot Tea, said in one of your previous videos, among many, many other things, she literally just purchasing what somebody already developed to get these shits for $2 and sell them for $25 is literally fraudulent, which I'll retract, y'all. One, because I don't want to get sued, and two, because I don't want them to keep trying to use that to stand on people bullying them and just not liking their product. He also says there is not proof to that. It's not true. It's slander. It's libel, textbook definition. And I myself can be held liable if I don't fully or fulfill my duties in serving the company. That includes at least attempting to set the record straight. So this is him setting the record straight. He then says, I also chose myself to start dialogue instead of immediately going the legal route. But I can't sit back and watch libel be insisted as truth. I will not allow it. 3, I don't intend to stand behind or pull at heartstrings by using the term Black-owned brand. I understand the subtext and subliminal implications of a white man responding publicly. I hope you do understand it, because we understand her sending a white man to respond. But you said she didn't send you. So anyways, that's not intentional. And I love the fact that Canvas is becoming such a people of color success story. It's not a person of color success story. It kind of is a Black-owned business. If you understand the nuances, people of color do not necessarily understand Blackness, or they don't necessarily insert themselves into the Black category. So even saying that her brand is people of color it even raises a flag right there. But whatever, girl. Just all of the little nuances like that I really pay attention to. But anyways, he said, and is helping add diversity to the world of businesses in a typically white, cis-held dominated space. There are many reasons why I particularly love seeing people of color success, but those aren't relevant to this conversation. But I asked you, so technically they are relevant to the conversation, right, Cal? Because I asked, but whatever. He then says, 4, I can't speak to what Stormi may or may not have done in the past to possibly shade someone, co-star or not on the show. I don't see the world as millimeters versus others. I see people who are digging in their heels, standing on baseless lies about our company and my CEO. Why? I still don't know. We've explained it to you multiple times, Cal. You're intentionally choosing not to know. I'm going to leave the videos in my description box, not that you're going to watch them, so you won't keep seeing why I don't know. Like, people are making it very clear, but again, y'all want to stick to, you guys are slandering my business by saying it's white label, private label. So here's the retraction. Her business is not white label, private label. But again, people still have the same issues that they have. But going back in, it says, you can dislike Stormi. You may dislike her actions, her family's actions on or off the show, but I encourage viewers to remember Stormi isn't Canvas Beauty. She is our fearless leader, but she's also a person coming after our 60 plus team business for things she has said on the show or online 12 something months ago is inappropriate. That's not inappropriate. What's inappropriate is you trying to check us without having all of the details, because that cowardly lying isn't going to give you all of the details. This wasn't something 12 plus months ago, sir. She literally just did this recently. She just tried to call the millimeters out. And so again, you're trying to attach hate mail to something that she did 12 plus years ago. Allegedly, that's not true. If you are thinking that all of these people feel some type of way about her over something that happened 12 months ago, that's not true. Or 12 plus months ago, that's not true. And I've stated that on multiple videos, but you guys, in my opinion, in attempt to intentionally misinterpret my point to fit your narrative, are not listening to what the people are saying. So even though I'm going to make the retraction video, people are still going to feel the way that they feel about you guys because they see what it is that y'all are doing. And unfortunately, Kyle, this is why we have to hold Black-owned businesses accountable. Because if she doesn't care how she represents herself in the world and show up in the world every day and care about the people that she has to employ because of her actions, that's not anything that we would care about. If she doesn't care about how she presents herself in the world, why would we care about how we put money in her pocket? Like, why would we care about that? In the same breath, you're saying, oh, well, she has to feed 60 plus thousand people. Those are the 60 plus thousand people that ain't got enough, right? Because she is also the type of person that continuously speaks down on regular people, the regular people that would be contributing to her business by spending money with her business, because what? We ain't got enough. Sidebar, that's something that wasn't said 12 plus months ago by Stormi. So again, it's not that people are coming after those 60 plus people, but if Stormi doesn't care about their employment, then why should we? If Stormi would go on national television and behave the way that she behaved and leave a distasteful feeling in people's mouths, people don't have to purchase the product to continue to employ 60 plus people. Now, I know that sound messed up, but I'm just letting you know that is the truth. You get what I'm saying? So if she doesn't care about how she show up in the world, why should we care about how she shows up in the world, Cal? That's disingenuous in my opinion. But anyways, he also says, emailing my customer service team hate mail with vulgar insults. My sidebar, I've never sent an email ever in my life. I've never told anybody on my platform to send hate mail. I've never co-signed leaving hate mail, hate comments, etc. In fact, Stormi actually blocked me off of Instagram, and I've never been on her Instagram at all, ever. So there's that. But you saying that there are, hate mails and everything like that, it has nothing to do with me. And if that's the case, then I get hate mail because of Stormi. So if we want to do hate mail for hate mail, we can do it, because I have plenty of hateful comments in support of Stormi. I have plenty of hateful emails in support of Stormi. I think that just goes along the lines of the territory. At the end of the day, if you're going to be a social media figure, if you're going to be a public figure, if you're going to be a reality star, these are some of the things that come with the territory. So I don't know if you're trying to directly link my channel to the reason why she is receiving hate mail, but I beg to differ. He also says, and sometimes threats isn't appropriate. Well, I've never sent any threats, so it wouldn't matter. If anything, I would consider what Stormi posted on her Instagram the other day saying slapping little bitty bitches with some shell toes. Yeah, ho. Using my context was one, shading me and threatening me. And that's just my opinion. So if we're going to talk about threats, understand that the person that you're speaking about is literally instigating situations amongst people. So if there are threats being sent to her, I don't necessarily agree with it, but let's not try to act like they're coming from nowhere or they're coming from some shit that happened 12 months ago when the damn girl is literally an active bully on social media. But anyways, she also says these are most often than not people who simultaneously say things along the lines of, that's what she gets for copying the queen. It took me a bit, but I know who these people are referring to. Well, guess what? And that's some of the things that we have to deal with along the millimeter side. Like, we deal with people that are trying to disguise themselves as supporters, and they're really not, and they're really just hateful. So again, these could be people coming from anywhere. Regardless, you can't link these people to me. And I don't necessarily know if you're doing that. But again, he did say this message was for all. So whoever's sending the hate messages, this is who he's talking to as well. And then he says, and it's a pattern I've seen time and time again. Go figure. The amount of hate mail my team receives is correlated to when accusatory videos like yours are posted, many of whom reference exact talking points spun up in your videos or in videos like yours. And Cal, it doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with me. So now, not only are you trying to basically insinuate that I have something to do with the people, with the reason why people are sending hate mail, but this is also something that is happening on the show. She is the same person that is basically trying to say, or she's the same person that has an issue with Mel or the other cast member, not to put her name in this, for not checking a fan base. I hope you don't think I'm going to be able to control 19,000 people. So whether I make a video or not, you have to understand, if I make a video, she probably responded to it. They probably didn't like her response to my video, so they probably messaged her or emailed her. Regardless, maybe y'all should start doing IP checks rather than coming over here on my platform trying to associate me with the reason why she's receiving hate mail, because I'm literally going to have to disagree with that. I have nothing to do with that. And so again, it sounds like a personal problem. And if I made a video and you guys have been receiving emails or whatever the case may be, like I said, start calling the police, start doing IP addresses the same way we have to do them, because don't get it twisted. We get hate mail too. Okay. And we have to run IP addresses as well. Okay. So and instead of trying to link me to individuals, how about you start going to the individuals that are actually doing this and holding them accountable? Because whether I make a video or not, this is my own opinion. If she responds to my video, that's her own opinion. But I'm sure you didn't know that throughout the entire week or so, Stormi has been on her platform. So again, I've been making videos the entire week. Stormi has been on her platform the entire week. Those messages could be coming because of her. There we go. That's my opinion. And he also says, how could I not defend my team and our company? It's affecting the mental well-being of my colleagues and I won't allow it. And as mentioned, I don't want to bring lawsuits against anyone ever, but I will not sit by what you and other content creators post has real world implications. And I refuse to believe you're not intelligent enough to know that. I like to believe you're a smart person. Anyone knows that. 5, I am asking you and other content creators to stop the slander and stop the libel. Your, for entertainment purposes, or in my opinion, disclaimer, is not a clear all. It does is absolve you from the legal implications of perpetuating and spreading lies as if they were truths. If you or anyone else feels so passionately about us white labeling body glaze, we don't feel passionately about it. You motherfuckers feel passionately about continuing to mention it so y'all can get a lawsuit, so y'all can get a storyline. And that's just my opinion. But like I said, they said the body glaze is not white labeled or private label, and that's just what it is. So the inconsistencies that you guys feel are in their product does not come from them being private or white label. The inconsistencies in the products that they may or may not have is strictly because of body glaze. Because truth be told, y'all are riled up on this. And again, like I said, it's because Stormi really wants to associate us with the reason she has bad reviews and the reason she gets hate mail, etc. That's my opinion. And so it says, if you or anyone else feels so passionately about us white labeling body glaze or other fictional claims, please take a stand and sign your full name to it. And I look forward to providing the truth in the court of law, not the court of YouTube. Okay, Kyle? Check that. And truth be told, y'all know this is really how it all got started. Cal has made it very clear over here on my platform that their products are not white label and or private label. If you all are experiencing inconsistencies within the body glaze product, it has nothing to do with the product being white labeled or private label. It has nothing to do with the product coming straight off of the Alibaba truck, and everything to do with something that they may have to deal with their manufacturing company, because Cal said that it is manufactured somewhere in Alabama. Cal also said they used a chemist at one point, but a chemist is not always needed. So I'm not sure if that means they still have the chemist or not. I don't know what that means. But let's remember and go down memory lane, because this is how it all got started. Nobody gave a fuck about private label and or white label products, but who exactly? And the only reason people have inquired about if her products were white label or private label is because if you are going to try to bring down another black owned business by saying their business is white label, private label, then you better not be white labeling or private labeling. So that was the point of the video. Stormi has responded within 48 hours, and she has sent that white man over here to basically say that their products are not white label and or private label, y'all. So why are we experiencing inconsistencies within the body glaze? I'm not sure. Like I said, maybe it's a manufacturing issue. But at the end of the day, Cal, whether I clear that up or not, Stormi is a gaslighter, and she isn't going to tell you. It doesn't matter what you guys clarify about your business. People have issues with this. This is how it all started. So thank you, Cal, for getting over here in my comment section and clearing things up. So you said something in the comment section basically stating you don't understand, her mother doesn't understand, her team doesn't understand, her family doesn't understand why she gets so much hate and backlash from fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm gonna be honest with you, Cal, because I know she's not gonna be honest with you, but until she get in the forefront of this, people just don't like her. And people are always going to question her integrity. People are always going to question new products that comes to Canvas Beauty. Why? Because she came to us on the screen questionable, untrustworthy, and lacking integrity. That is how most people remember her on this sector, unfortunately. So until she actually gets into the front of all of those controversies, nobody is going to see it for her. Whether y'all, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but nobody's gonna see it for her until she actually faces her controversies. So Cal, you are over here basically because of business, but I'm letting you know I don't got shit to do with the hate mail. And if she's receiving hate mail, it has everything to do with the fucking type of personality she has. And it also has everything to do with the fucking type of personality her mother has. And again, I'm not co-signing people sending her hate mail, but you're not going to come over here and try to make it seem like my videos are encouraging people to send hate mail, because I can literally go back and screenshot multiple things that these two people have done on social media, which will trigger a shit ton of people, i.e. like her mammy being under the mistress baby's photo. Now to you it might not be a big deal, but to a lot of other people on the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector, it is a big deal. Now, am I encouraging them to go and do this? Fucking no. But can I control them? Fucking no. Are they doing it? Maybe. That doesn't fucking mean that I am telling them to go do it. It doesn't mean I'm orchestrating it. I get hate mail. Everybody get hate mail. This is social media. So again, like you said, you notice that there are spats of when people get hate mail. No, you notice when we do videos on shit that they do, people probably send hate mail, but it's because of the shit that they already did. We're literally reporting on the shit that they already did. So bringing awareness to the things that they have been doing on social media. That doesn't necessarily mean that we are armoring up an entire group of people to send out hate mail. And like I said, it's disingenuous for you to, in one breath, say that as if I can control 19,000 people that I don't fucking know, but have this same fucking girl have her goddamn mammy out here on all of the hate pages, as if that wouldn't have an effect as to why y'all are getting hate mail. Her mammy is literally on hate groups on Facebook. One last thing, Cal. The questions of her integrity had came into question. Not that you care, right? Because you don't care. I know you don't care because I literally have made a shit ton of videos about it, and you seemingly are still talking about why is everybody so, why don't the people like Stormi? Like literally all of the fucking videos that we got on this goddamn platform, and you still asking why people don't like Stormi is fucking baffling to me. But like I said, until she comes out and basically explain why she hired a woman that her mother was on Facebook hate pages speaking poorly of prior to Stormi hiring her for a Canvas Beauty brand ambassadorship, all the while knowing her abuser's mistress, but never saying anything, then getting on her platform and turning on her and trying to railroad and malign her and her fan base. Until she transparently answers that question, whether I come out here and say it's not private label and it's not white label, people are still going to have issues with y'all, period. And also everything that I asked in that other video, you guys failed to address it. So again, you were speaking about Black-owned business. Something that was interesting to me, you never answered the question as to why a Black woman that owns and runs a Black-owned business for Black women would align herself with an abuser, a man like Walkie Talkie, who has been arrested for domestic violence, harassing communications, for trying to release revenge Pete on his ex-wife. He also cheated on her for 5+ years, made a baby on her, tried to take her to court for full custody of her children. And in the time frame in which he was taking her to court for full custody of her children, Stormi was hanging out with him, aligning herself with him, etc. So again, Cal, I get it. I get what you're trying to say. Like, oh, I don't know why the people don't like Stormi. The people don't like Stormi because out of all of the things that I said in that video, the only thing that y'all chose to latch on to was the fact that people assumed and accused you all of private labeling and white labeling, which we now know you guys haven't done, but we still don't have any of the answers to all of the questions that we wanted to know prior to even getting to this point. See, because before we started talking about white label and private label, whether that's with Baby Love or Body Glaze, we were still fighting in the comment section to get an honest, open, transparent answer about how it is that she came in contact with Mel. Because again, I know you don't care, Cal, but we do. So if y'all want to get into the forefront of anything, get into the forefront of what the people been asking. That's it. I'm sure you're going to email me, Cal, if I ain't do this video right. I hope I did the video right, love. I can only stand on business. Now, I retracted y'all having a private label, white label business. I retracted that. But people still feel like there's inconsistencies in you guys' products, and I have to be the voice for the people. So let me know, Cal, if I did this video wrong. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.